Okay, so now that we have learned about the design process, all the steps and the explanations, so now we are going to actually have to apply the design process. So I'm going to hand out a pad to you, where you'll actually have to identify the problem, and then you prepare a design brief, you research about the problem, you develop a certain number of solutions. A minimum would be 3, but you are free to develop even more. Even you can go up to 5 to 6. That's actually up to you. So then you'll have to select the best solution and develop it. Then create a prototype or the actual object that you are designing, and then you'll have to submit in class. So the pet that I'm giving out to you has a scenario that goes like, your brother works at a nearby car wash. He has been struggling to keep safe his coins. So soon is going to be his birthday, and you want to surprise him with something nice, you know. So what you're gonna do is that you want to design a coin keeper for him, since he has been struggling and complaining about his coins getting lost, misplacing them and all that, his coins not being safe. You know, the children at home just play with his coins because he just puts them anywhere. He doesn't have anything to put them in. So you, as a sibling, we are going to design something that is a coin keeper. It's more like something that is a sort of a container that is going to contain coins, or that is going to keep his coins safe. So you have to design this using recycled material. You have to be creative. So what you basically do is that first you'll have to collect the material that you will need. You'll actually have to plan. You actually have to plan for the pet. So after collecting the material, now that's up to you. If you want to first design the pet then collect the material, that's up to you. But I'd advise you to collect the material first, so that you know you got everything together, so that it is easy to work with what you have in front of you, so that you don't go outside to get something, then you come back, you write down, you know, up and down. So you should plan this before you start doing it. So the specifications are that the coin keeper must be able to come to accommodate at least 300 coins. So I'd say 300 5 rand coins. I'd say that or 2 rand coins, 1 rand coin. You know, the biggest coin we all know that is 5 rands, right? So it must be at least it must be able to at least accommodate 300 coins, right? And it must be made from a recycled material. This could be a card box, could be you know, those boards that are used for a ceiling board. You just have to be creative, come up with something. It could be out of paper, out of, you know, there's a lot of options that you can choose from. It can be made out of metal, as long it is a recycled material and it is creative, you know. So it should the coin keeper should be placeable on top of a table or a cupboard or something, something like maybe a headboard, you know. It should be something like that you can like put on top of it, like you can put on top of something. So it must be strong enough to carry these branded coins. um, like there's a possibility that you might design a coin keeper that can be able to accommodate these branded coins, but it will not be strong enough to hold them and to carry them. You know, when maybe you want to carry them to somewhere, maybe you're moving them, then it just collapse. So it's not like, so more like you're not supposed to design something that is going to collapse and it will be useless work or something. So you have this coin keep has to be like something creative and beautiful and made out of recycled material. So the instructions are write a problem statement. You already know what to do under the problem statement. You write a problem statement. You just write what the problem is. You analyze the problem. It's more like a problem analysis, in other words. So after writing the problem statement, you formulate a design brief with specifications and constraints. So a design brief will be about, I'm going to design this and that, and then the specifications you'll name them, then the constraints that are going to that you're going to have in your PAT portfolio. And then you write analysis of the existing coin keepers. So it's more like you do a research, you investigate. Maybe you use Google Scholar and other resources. The main resources out there that you can use, but just make sure that the resources that you are using are relevant. Make sure that the resources that you are using are relevant and that you can reference them. Don't just use any sources that you see out there and just think that information is relevant. Make sure that the resources that you are using are relevant. So after writing the analysis of the existing coin keepers, then you will move to generating your own 3 ideas. Now that you have an idea of what a coin keeper is, you have seen some examples from your analysis. So on your analysis, I advise you to include some pictures, and then so that you can see how other coin keepers look like, so that you can have an idea of what a coin keeper is. If you don't know what a coin keeper is, how like the shapes and the sizes and the structure and the material that they're normally built with. So when you generate your 3 ideas, you use freehand drawing. And you all know, you're in grade 11, you know what freehand drawing is. I don't have to explain to you. You just use a freehand to generate 3 ideas. And then after generating these 3 ideas, you can generate even more than 3, as I have said before, but the minimum that I require is 3, that the PAT requires is 3. So you can generate 4 or 5 or even more, but the minimum is 3. After generating 3 solutions or more, then you have to choose one solution that you think is the best for you, that you think is the best for the problem. So after choosing the solution that you think is the best, you give reasons why you think is the best, and then you give reasons why you think the other solutions or ideas are not the best, or why you didn't choose them. So after choosing this one solution, you develop it by using instruments. So you use like instrument drawing, more like technical drawing. So an isometric drawing, 2-point perspective, autographic projection drawings. And then after doing that, the last step is to make the actual coin keeper, or the actual object that you have been designing. After taking all these steps, now that you have collected your material, or after you have written all the theory, now you go outside and collect the recycled material. So I'd advise you to also have a scissor, a sellotape. Those are just general things for working with recycled materials. So you'll decide. It is entirely up to you which material you use. It can be metal, paper, cardboard, anything, as long as it is recycled, even plastic. So it's up to you which material you want to use. So you make the actual object. After making the actual object, we are going to come to class and represent your project. So you're going to start with your with your actual object. I'm going to mark the theory part, and then I'll give feedback to you so that you can reflect on, where you went wrong and what went right, and so that you can develop. So in class you will present the actual object that you made with your own hands. Please don't cheat. This is for you. This is for helping you be more creative, gain some skills in like making something with your hands. So don't ask your uncle, your father, or someone at home to do this for you. Just do it by yourself. Just be confident enough. I know that all of you are capable of making it. I know all of you are capable of designing this, and I think that's all from me. If anyone has any questions, they can just raise up their hands. I'll explain. So that is it from me, and the PAT is out of 100 marks. So please just make sure that you work, make sure that you put focus and some work in this PAT. I know you can do it. Just be creative, make some research and all of that. So that is all from me. Thank you.